Macbeth. Act 1. The play opens with three witches who prophesy that Macbeth, a brave and noble warrior, will become the Thane of Cawdor and eventually the King of Scotland. News arrives that Macbeth has indeed been named the Thane of Cawdor. Encouraged by his ambitious wife, Lady Macbeth, Macbeth starts to contemplate the idea of murdering King Duncan to fulfill the witch's prophecy. Duncan announces that his son, Malcolm, will succeed him as king. Act 2. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth plot Duncan's murder. Macbeth hallucinates a dagger floating before him and takes it as a sign to proceed. He kills Duncan while he is staying at Macbeth's castle. Macbeth becomes overwhelmed with guilt and paranoia. Lady Macbeth takes charge and frames the chamberlains for the murder. Macduff, a nobleman, becomes suspicious and begins to suspect Macbeth. Act 3. Macbeth is crowned king and starts to fear that his position is threatened. He hires murderers to kill Banquo, a fellow nobleman, and his son Fleed, as Banquo is believed to be a threat to Macbeth's reign. Banquo is murdered, but Fleed escapes. At a royal banquet, Macbeth sees the ghost of Banquo and loses his composure. Lady Macbeth tries to calm the guests and cover up her husband's strange behavior. Act 4. Macbeth visits the witches again and demands to know his future. They conjure three apparitions that deliver ambiguous prophecies, increasing Macbeth's sense of invincibility. Macduff, suspicious of Macbeth's actions, flees to England to seek help from Malcolm. Macbeth orders the murder of Macduff's wife and children, solidifying Macduff's resolve to seek revenge. Act 5. Lady Macbeth sleepwalks, tormented by guilt and hallucinations. She dies, and Macbeth is left desolate. Malcolm and Macduff lead an army against Macbeth. Macbeth receives news that Lady Macbeth has died but remains defiant. The castle is attacked, and Macbeth learns that the witches' prophecies were deliberately misleading. He fights bravely but is eventually killed by Macduff. Malcolm is hailed as the new king, restoring order to Scotland. In Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth, the play explores themes of ambition, guilt, fate, and the corrupting influence of power. Macbeth's desire for power leads him to commit heinous acts, ultimately leading to his downfall. The play showcases the destructive consequences of unchecked ambition and the fragility of human morality. Macbeth offers several valuable lessons and insights that are relevant to human nature and society. Here are some key takeaways from the play. 1. Ambition and unchecked desire can lead to destruction. Macbeth's unquenchable ambition to become king drives him to commit immoral and violent acts. The play highlights the dangers of unchecked ambition, showing how it can consume individuals and lead them down a destructive path. 2. Guilt and remorse can haunt us. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are plagued by guilt and remorse for their actions. Their conscience torments them, leading to psychological breakdowns and sleepless nights. The play illustrates the lasting effects of guilt and the heavy burden it places on one's conscience. 3. The corrupting influence of power. Macbeth's rise to power and his subsequent tyrannical rule demonstrate the corrupting influence of power. As he becomes more consumed by his ambition, Macbeth becomes increasingly ruthless and paranoid, willing to do anything to maintain his position. This theme serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of absolute power. 4. The danger of succumbing to supernatural prophecies. Macbeth's downfall is partly caused by his belief in the witches' prophecies and their ambiguous predictions. By relying on these supernatural prophecies, Macbeth falls into a false sense of security, misinterpreting the visions and ultimately making tragic choices. The play suggests that placing blind trust in supernatural forces can lead to misguided actions and disastrous consequences. 5. The importance of moral integrity. Macbeth underscores the significance of moral integrity and the consequences of abandoning one's moral compass. Macbeth's actions defy his noble nature, leading to his downfall and the disruption of the natural order. The play reminds us of the importance of upholding moral values and the repercussions that can arise from compromising them. Overall, Macbeth serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of ambition, the corrupting nature of power, and the enduring effects of guilt. It urges us to reflect on our own choices, motivations, and the consequences they can have on our lives and the world around us.